from Morales. I live on the east side. I'm a member of the Milwaukee School Board, and I am responsible for the 90-some thousand students who attend MPS, and also a mom of several MPS children who have to get on the bus every day to get to school. Any sort of budget cuts in the transit department is going to affect my family and also the many families that I feel responsible for as a result of my work for Milwaukee Public Schools. And it doesn't have to be in the form of a route cut to affect us. It can be in the form of a fare increase or a cut in the frequency of the buses. We already have plenty of children in Milwaukee who have a hard time getting to school on time because of overcrowding on buses during the school rush hours. We see students being passed up on the bus stop because the buses are already full. So if we cut the routes and cut their options for pathways to school, or we cut the frequency of buses, either way it means more MPS students standing on the street corner waiting to get to school. And I think if the community is really focused on investing in children, in making sure that students have all the educational opportunities that they need, then we have to be serious about investing in the transportation that gets them to and from school. I think the difference in the cost that's being proposed will be a huge cost. Just to take my own family, for example, when I saw in the newspaper that the new potential change would be that we would pay $2 per trip instead of $1.75, I just did the math on the newspaper and found out that for a typical school year that would mean about $400 more per year. And my family can absorb that to some degree. But $400 is still $400, and for some families that may be an entire weekly paycheck. So that's not something that can easily be accommodated. MPS spends over $6 million a year on Milwaukee County transit service. Well, I think it is important for the taxpayers to think about how costs kind of get moved from one program to another. So, for example, if the county affects our bus service or the availability of service to our students, we will have to make up the slack. And so what might be saved on the county tax may actually play out on the MPS tax. For example, when the fares were raised the most recent time, a year or two ago, we talked about at what point does the school district decide that it's no longer cost effective to buy bus tickets and bus passes for our students to have them ride the county bus, and instead get our own yellow buses or contract with the yellow bus service to just go ahead and drive those kids, corner to school. We're pretty close already. So as the fares inch up, we would be looking at bringing that service back to MPS. When we, as I believe 1/10 of the ridership of the county buses, withdraws our customers from the buses, somebody's got to make up that slack. And in order for the county to maintain their bus service where it is, with now 10% fewer students or 10% fewer riders, it's going to come from somewhere.